A lot of you guys are constantly asking me how to be a good designer, and to be completely honest with you, I'm always asking myself this same question. Over time, I have come to realize that sometimes the simplest actions can eventually make you a better designer, which is why today I'm going to share with you 5 habits that you can be doing without tons of effort that will eventually make you gain the skills to design better spaces. So if you find this video useful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. I remember when I used to go to school, we would come up with these floor plans as part of our assignments and projects, and our teacher would always revise our work. And it was very interesting because every single time they would find a mistake in our floor plans or something that had to be improved or something that was odd. And at the time, I remember being so frustrated when this happened, because I would spend days, if you guys are interior designers, you know what I'm talking about. I would spend days making these floor plans and making them look perfect for our teacher to then look at them and basically destroy them. But today I am very grateful for the feedback that I received back then, because it actually allowed me to become a better designer and to become more critical about space planning and designing solutions. And the reason I'm telling you this is just to remind you that the feedback from the professionals are the best thing that can happen to you as a young designer. Do not think that anyone who's trying to correct you, either that is your teacher or your coworker or your boss, they are not looking down on your work, but they just want you to realize that sometimes there are things that could be improved to make a better design. So if you know someone who has been in the industry for a longer period of time, your coworker, your boss, even your friends and family, it's always so important to ask for feedback and to receive the opinions from other people regarding your work. And a very important aspect of interior design is to not fixate your ideas on one perspective, and to be open to other opinions and to other points of view. Guys, the best design ideas will not come from you sitting in front of your computer, looking at your AutoCAD floor plan and trying to figure out the ceiling design, for example. You have to explore beyond the ordinary. And how will you do this? A lot of us, when we're trying to search for inspiration, we go to Pinterest and we start looking for pictures of rooms, of interiors. And I'm not saying this is wrong, but the problem is that we do not explore from other resources. We just got a Pinterest and then we want to start designing our spaces. You have to search for other sources of inspiration. And other sources of inspiration for me is anything that is not related to social media. So for example, I would go to a restaurant and I would look at the design in the restaurant. I will look at the ceiling, what colors do they use, what materials are they using? Do I even like it? Do they have any type of focal point? This is called exploration beyond the ordinary. So there are many places that you are going anyway, so being critical and observing how those places have been designed is one of the best ways that are going to make you a better designer over time. Guys, there is a number of visualization techniques that interior designers use to showcase their work. We have digital renderings, we also have hand renderings, and we also have design boards. And people are always asking me which one is the best one. And the answer is that there is no best one and you have to try them all. You would probably be impressed by the amount of clients that are very much blown away by hand renderings. Some clients, they just see that you have the ability to draw and they will just trust your ability to design as well. So it's probably more likely that they will approve your design right away. While there are other clients that are truly in the need of looking at the digital renderings before the design is built so that they can visualize what the space is exactly going to look like. So having all these skills under your belt, being able to do hand renderings as well as digital renderings, as well as putting up together design boards, is truly very important if you really want to master the field of interior design. In my opinion, the fact that we have this digital software to create renderings will never replace the art of creating a manual drawing with your hands. So just keep that in mind. Guys, for me, this is one of the keys to master the world of interior design, and I will tell you why. No matter how small your interior design project is, there's always going to be some sort of architecture involved. So for example, let's say that you are redesigning a living room. So if you want to change the windows of that living room, you want to make sure that those new windows are going to match with the rest of the architectural elements of the house, and also to the other windows that are placed within the house. And also, as you are working with architects on some of your projects, having a basic understanding of architecture terms and concepts is going to make the communication process way easier. So there are a million ways that you can learn about architecture without having to spend not even $1. You can look up on the web, you can take books from the library, you can even watch YouTubers that are architects, you can follow Instagram pages that talk about architecture. There are so many resources available that you can learn from, and they're truly gonna help you. And best of all, guys, they are all for free. So definitely take advantage of that. And I know a lot of you guys watching me are architects, but if you're not an architect, I'm not saying that you should become an architect. And of course that you shouldn't know every single detail about architecture, but I'm just saying you should have a very general understanding of some basic architectural concepts, because for sure they're gonna come handy at some point in your career. The other day, I asked you, where are you from, in my Instagram account, and we have people from all over the world. There were people from Morocco, from Egypt, from Ukraine, from South America, I'm trying to remember, there's so many countries I cannot even remember. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the country where we reside can really shape the way that we design interior spaces. So learning from other cultures and how those cultures design is very important if you want to become a better designer. Here in the West Coast, in Vancouver, Canada, the culture and our location a lot of the times shapes the way that the interiors are designed. We like to use a lot of light wood and very earthy colors, and we like to incorporate a lot of nature in our interiors because here in Canada we have a lot of nature and we want to reflect that in our spaces. And I don't know if you knew this, but Canada's culture is backed up by the establishment of the First Nations. So there is a number of places, and primarily public places, that incorporate these Aboriginal elements and colors and art and this culture into the interior spaces. So learning from other cultures can open your eyes to other types of design that you probably never heard of. And having a wider knowledge of how other parts of the world see the world of design is gonna make you a better designer and also a more knowledgeable individual. So guys, those were 5 habits that are gonna make you a better designer that do not require a ton of work to do. And remember, it's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight, but a little progress every day is truly gonna scale up your career in the interior design industry. I really hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. I am so excited. I have some really good content coming for you. So subscribe if you are interested to know. I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.